Right, welcome back guys. We're almost done. In this session we're going to put on the pointy bits, the bits that make them almost into arrows. Right, so there's quite a few different varieties of point depending on the type of arrow. For instance, with these man-made shafts you have quite a few different varieties. You have over the shaft points, inserted one piece, inserted two piece. There's quite a variety. We've got a few here. Let's see, for instance, this one here, which is, yeah, this is an over the shaft. This one actually fits on over the end of the shaft. I don't know if you can see that or not there. And basically what you do with these ones, it's quite simple. You don't have to, but it's a good idea because of the shape of them to just put a little dab of super glue. You really don't need much. I mean, you can even just use something like a Loctite or something like that, and then you literally just get the arrowhead and just pop it over the end, and that will stay there regardless. The other type, which is these ones here, you actually have a screw-in insert which you pop into the end of the shaft there, which allows you to change the arrowhead for different styles. For instance, that's a 3D arrowhead for shooting 3D targets. You get similar sort of ones but a little bit longer for field target. You could put bullet tips on, you can put broadheads on. There's all sorts of different ones you put on, and they are the simplicity themselves to fit. Basically all you do, if I can actually get it undone, no, it doesn't want to come undone, not typical. Another pair of yeah, there we go. Basically you just unscrew the head, the arrow point, and there's the head there, and you have an insert section there which just simply slips into the end of the shaft. Needs to be, it should be a tight fit, and then you just get something to hammer it in. The only thing you've got to be careful with these is that you don't go mad and whack it with a sledgehammer or something like that. It doesn't take much to knock it in, but there we go, it's all the way in there. And then you can literally, as and when the desire takes you, you can change the arrowheads. Now I've only got these 3D types, but it's as simple as that. Just unscrew them, screw them in, put a bit of thread lock on there, just nip them up, and that's not coming out. So there you go. So you've got inserted ones for modern shafts, and you've got such as those, and you have ones which go over the shaft, which you would use for modern carbon fibre, fiberglass, aluminium, that sort of thing. So there you go. The nocks are the same. Now I'll put these on before thinking about it. The nocks literally just push on. Once they're on, they're actually on there quite tight. These ones are push in, and as you saw, they're actually quite difficult to get back out again, and I didn't want to risk breaking them, so I'm afraid. There we go. But anyway, so that's the nocks, and that's the points done, which is the main thing. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the wooden points. And again, the simplicity themselves. Again, lots and lots of different types. and lots of different weights. So you've got these ones which are literally just a push on, and then you would glue them on with a 2-part epoxy, something like that. You've got field points, which again, you would literally just, these ones I believe are taper fit, but they're not glue, they're not screw on these ones, I don't think. Just check. You can feel, no, these are just taper fit. If there was thread on, you'd be able to feel the thread inside there. Where's the lid of my super glue gone? There it is. Otherwise it goes hard and you can't use it again. But lots of different types. You have 3D, field target, bullet tips, taper fit, which you literally just glue on with epoxy adhesive, or the ones I'm using are screw on, and you literally screw them on. It's as simple as that. These ones I'm using quite lightweight ones. You can get loads of different weights, starting at, I mean, I've got some 18 grain ones here somewhere. Oh, I can't see them, can't find them. Nope, that's not them. But you've got parallel fit. They actually, you cut the shaft with a parallel cutter, and they slip over the end and you glue them in place. Taper fits such as these, and there's loads of different types. Basically, you're going to be building your arrows to suit the purpose to which you want to put them. For instance, if you're going to be doing long range shooting, you would need something a little bit heavier, which is actually going to resist the wind. If you're shooting exclusively indoors, you would go with something a little bit lighter, which will give you a flatter trajectory. If you're shooting a fairly lightweight bow, which is what these ones are going to be for, you could make lighter arrows, give you the flatter trajectory, but also give you a good turn of speed out of the bow. Like these ones, I'm going to be aiming for these to be around about 250 feet per second out of the, 250 grains in weight, which will give me about 200 feet per second out of the bow. Because I'm going to be trying a new type of bow with these actually. So I want them to get to the target fairly quickly. But anyway, that's for another video. So there we go, it's dead simple. You're literally just taking the shaft, get your arrowhead, apply a little bit of glue. It's advisable sometimes as well with these screw-on ones, is to screw them on as tight as you can get them before you apply any glue, and then loosen them off and then glue them on. Doing that actually pre-cuts the threads into the end of the shaft and makes it easier to screw them on when you've got the glue in place. And then literally get your linen saver, come in really handy these things, get your pliers, I mean, so they can grab hold of there, and screw it on until it's as tight as it'll go. There we go. Now I guarantee if you fit them properly and glue them on properly, they are not going to come off. The problem with the glue-on ones, the straight taper cut glue-on ones, is as they get old, sometimes the glue becomes a bit weak, and then you'll pull them out of the target and the heads come off. That's just why I've started using the screw-on heads almost exclusively. They will not come off until you want them to. And even then, you have to apply a little bit of heat. Right, anyway, there we go. So, another fairly short one. We've fitted the arrowheads. These are brass bullet point 5/16 screw-on threads, of which we've now got quite a lot. I believe, if I remember rightly, we've got 3 sets out of these, 3 match sets, which I'll show that again when we get them all fletched up properly. But there we go. So yeah, some nice arrows, arrow shafts, all pointy and sharp. And if you're allowed pointy objects, they're ideal. If you're not allowed pointy objects, well, there's not a lot we can do. So tomorrow's video, we will be putting some fletching onto these, and actually we will end up with arrows at the end of it. Anyway, so talk again tomorrow. It's getting exciting now. We're actually going to end up with proper arrows tomorrow, which could be shot. They're not finished, but they could be shot. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and we shall talk again soon. Cheers, guys.